Hello, beginners to buff. No one's a beginner, and buff means intelligent and knowledgeable as well. Hello, Matt here. I hope you are good. I am very excited that we are here. So many of us. So exciting. Can't believe it. It's just the most exciting confluence of people and energy and thoughts. So tonight, I'm sorry if it wasn't clear, it's not a workout. There are no live workouts, so you don't need to worry about space or getting changed from your workout into workout gear or anything like that. If you're here, say hi. And more importantly, hello. First of all, I want you to tell me a song that you know all the words to, or most of the words to. Hello, Scott. Hello, JP. Hello, Dean. Hello, Dan. Hello, other Scott. Hello, Daniel Whitlock. Hello, Alistair. Hello, who I've seen said Scott. Wonderful. So, in the comments, thank you, Dean. Aye. Hello, Sailor. Hello, Joe. Great to have you along. In the comments, I want you to tell me a song you know all the workouts to, or most of the words to. Most I said workouts. A song you know most of the words to. Hey David, hey Duncan, hello John, hello Daniel, hello Chris, hello Vest. So grateful you're all here. This is so brilliant. Ed, lovely to have you along. So a song you know all the words to, or most of the words. We've got brilliant Natalie Brulia, Torn. Freaking love that song. How old were you when you found out it was a cover? I was last week years old. Hello, Ryan. That's okay, you don't have to. Hello, Phil Smith, welcome. Stephen, that makes more sense. Hello, Stephen. Wonderful. Muskrat Love. I don't know what that is. Hello, Thomas Hefferman. Hello, Ben RG. Hello, Mark Patterson. This is so exciting. What a great turnout. Ahoy, hoy, sailor. Hello, matey. So, if you haven't, I want to know a song you know all the words to, or most of the words to. Or I guess if you don't, just your favourite song. Hey, Dean. Welcome along River Deep Mountain High. What a tune. Let me just check I'm on the right Wi-Fi, because, it's suddenly saying it's slow. Is it working okay? It's saying it's slow, but, anyway. Stronger Kelly Clarkson. Brilliant. You can't go wrong. Finish a good gym session. Yes, Ben. And hoping for some tips for the next one. You're in the right place. Got a lot to cover. Captain and Tennille, an homage. Brilliant, Joe. Scissor Sisters Mary. I listened to a lot of Scissor Sisters again recently. So good. Ben! That is so left field, but I love it. Anything by Milen Farmer. Do you do the voice as well? Brilliant. Scott, I knew when a drag queen told me the cover was better than the original when I was 17 in my first gay park. That's amazing. Anything by Bananarama. Brilliant, Phil. Hello, Tink. Welcome along. John, I will survive. You do it every week at karaoke night. Freaking love that. Okay. You guys are the best. Keep those coming. I'll look at them afterwards. We need to push ahead. I need to have a sip of water because it's warm. Hang on. So first of all, just to say thank you again for being here. These 4 days are going to be so brilliant. Anything by Erasure? Oh God, I'm so easily distracted. I've got to cover up the comments when they're not about things we're talking about. These are all great. Thank you for being here. Hey Bray. So these 4 trainings at 7 p.m. each week are all connected to what the day's task has been. ABBA, brilliant. I've got to cover it up. So this morning, brilliant work if you've done the task. If you haven't yet, that's okay. You've got the whole week to do so. You need to come up with 2 goals that aren't specifically about losing fat or gaining muscle. Because that happens, but when you focus too much on those, you lose sight. Well, it's often not motivating enough and not doesn't provide enough longevity. Hello, Jose. Great to have you. Hello, Scott Mill. Great. By the way, so if you're just turning up, I just asked quickly, tell us a song you know all the words to, or most of the words to. So keep those coming. So every morning at 6:30, as you did this morning, hello, Aaron. Oh God, it's very distracting. At 6:30, you're going to get a task to do. As you saw today, some people found the one today challenging, some people didn't, and that's okay. I'm here to push you, I'm here to encourage you. Hello John, hello Jay, hello Andrew, who've just turned up. This is brilliant. Hello Aaron. And then so 6:30 a.m. you'll get a task, something to do, and you'll have to prove it in the Facebook group in the specific day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 thread. Or if you're not on Facebook, but everyone here is, you just reply to me on email. Okay? Good. And then tonight, the 7 p.m, there's training that's linked to it in some ways. So let's get cracking. So this is about workouts that work. Hey, Eddie Westall, welcome along. Good to see you too. I think workouts start with the four. Oh, and by the way, hang on, because I'm going to tell you what your first freebie is. I've got you a freebie for the first 3 days of this, and on day 4 is the prize draw, so that's even a freebie. So yeah, I've got a brilliant freebie for you coming up as a thank you for being part of this. But I think workouts start with the 4 W's. 5 if you think workout begins with W, which I do. Why, where, when, and what. Now. No, reply whenever you can to the task. Hey, Benjamin, welcome. So why, when, where, and what? Now, the why, you've already started to think about. You've started to fill that in. Those 2 goals that I got you to fill in, come up with, the bigger goals, those can be your why. And the thing is, you might have seen, I've gone through every single comment and basically pushed a lot of people. Some people did get to that next level. Some people, and there's no judgment here, you know that. This is a safe space of encouragement and support. But still saying, oh, I want to look good in my Speedos or whatever. Hey, Benedetto. Hey, Danny. Hey, Andrew. Hello, everyone. Still saying that is still linking it to your body like too much. And if that's what gets you out the door, brilliant. But I want you to find these bigger reasons. Like some people did, and I pushed you like, why is body confidence important to you? What will more energy allow you to do more of? Hey, Benedetto, nothing at all. I literally just started. I was explaining how the week's going to work and just getting started with the training, which is about the power, like the mindset behind workouts and sticking to it. And actually some detail as well. So your why, the 4 W's, why, where, when, and what. Why is important? Because that's ultimately your biggest motivator. Think of it as your North Star. What powers you, what gets you in any situation excited. Like the guys who've got kids here, being an inspiration to your kids. That is why we work out, to inspire the next generation. But that you don't have to have kids for that. It could be you inspiring your partner, your friends. And it doesn't have to be in a patronizing way, just in a, look, you're leading the way. You're a lighthouse. You're showing what's possible at any age, whoever you are, whatever you do. So the why, that's why I'm pushing you for this. And you're going to be pushed a little bit this week on those goals and other things. That's why I'm pushing you. The where, do you like where you're working out? If you don't, it's okay to change it, to try home workouts for a change, or to venture into gyms, which genuinely aren't always as scary as we think they are. In fact, they're usually not as scary as we build them up to be. Is it convenient? That is a huge requirement for your gym if you're not doing it at home. Because if you've got to add on, even take a 10, 15-minute commute, that's only half an hour you've added on. Plus, getting changed, finding the way, like getting into it. Is it the gym for you? Maybe it isn't. Maybe you do want to try home workouts as an alternative to give you that consistency, or at least to do both, to give you the real chance of consistency. So you can go to the gym when you have time, but if there isn't time, you do it at home. When? Now, if at all possible, this is honestly one of the best tips I can ever give you. Work out at the same day, on the same day, the same time each week. This is because we have so many decisions to make, so many things going on in our lives. The more you can automate it, so things just always happen at the same time, the more they'll just become part of what you do. You'll turn up, Tuesday, 7 a.m., I do my workout then. Brilliant, that's what you do. I appreciate lots of people work shifts, but if you zoom out of looking at your shifts, as opposed to looking week by week when things might change, most of the time, I'm pretty confident over, say, a month or even 2-month period, there is some kind of pattern. So a bit of planning goes a long way at looking when you can get your workouts done wherever you do them. So when you're going to do them, when suits you, and you're going to ring fence that time and bloody protect it. You're not going to have Barbara and HR put a meeting in over your lunch break just because she's not doing anything then. If that's when you're working out, I want you to be like, what's an animal that really protects its young? All of them. I want you to be like an animal that's really protecting its young with your time. Your time and your decision when you do workouts and good stuff for yourself or going for a nice walk is so important. Because linking to that as well, the more we protect that time, the more we defend it, the greater our self-esteem, because we're doing things for us, we're looking after ourselves. So that gives you more confidence, courage, self-esteem to keep doing it. I know, bloody Barbara. Barbara. And then the 4th W, what? Be less Barbara. A white rhino does defend. There you go. Her kids. You're a white rhino, mum and dad. Rolled into one. I love that, Jose. Be less Barbara is really tickling me. What? Do you have a sensible plan? Is it built around you? Do you know precisely what to do? Do you know, here's a really good tip as well, especially in a busy gym. For everything that you want to do, if it's in use, do you know an alternative? Because that will stop you from going, oh, I don't know what to do, oh, I'm running away, oh. Or just thinking it's not possible. Because there are so many different ways of doing things. There is more than one ways to stroke a cat. Now, I always say this because skin a cat is horrible. But equally, I think there is only one way to stroke a cat, because if you go up its back, it don't like that. But metaphorically, there's more than one way to stroke a cat. You can tickle it under the chin. Oh, here, push. Hey, Martin, welcome along. We've just got started with workouts that work, the first training of the week. So you've got your why, your where, your what, your when, and your what. And yet, knowing that you can do the workouts don't try to do it all at once, because especially if you've been out of action for a while, the propensity of most humans is to try and throw everything at it and go 100 miles per hour. It won't stick. It won't be enjoyable. It won't be something you want to do. Take it slowly. Take it steady. Build it up bit by bit. There's no rush with this. Whatever age you are, whatever level of action or inactivity you are, the more you do it on your terms, the more you build it up bit by bit by bit, the more it's going to stick. So those are the first 4 questions to ask. And then what we're going to cover now are the before going to a workout, and during, some really crucial things that will make a difference. And by the way, if you've got any questions, save them up and ask them. We'll do some questions at the end. We should have 5 minutes for that. And obviously you can always email me or DM me questions. I'm here to help. We're in this together. We rise by lifting other people. J.R. Booing. Is your cat approves that message, cat stroking? Good. Yes, I love seeing more health and fit, so more why goals come in. Keep them coming. Right. So before you go work out, even at home, or if it's in a class or outside or a gym, what can you do to boost your gymfidence? Now, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again and again and again and again and again. With competence comes confidence. So often people confuse or are quick to label hey, Alex and Stevie, people are so quick to label imposter syndrome at the gym. And when you've got imposter syndrome, hey, that's a syndrome, that's a whole thing. How do I fix that? It's unfixable. No, I don't think you've got imposter syndrome. You just haven't done it very much. And if you think in other areas of your life, once you do know how to do things, your confidence in them goes through the roof. So what can you do to boost that confidence? You can, as we said earlier, know what to do, know where things are, know what playlist you're doing, know why you're doing it, the greater goals we talked about. Hey, Rowan, but also know what, obviously a bicep curl works a bicep, but what does, say, a bent over row do? Do you know that? And I'm going to help you with all of that this week. Hey, Christopher Lemmings, bent over row, by the way, works your back and your biceps. Any pulling motion works your biceps. Any pushing motion works your triceps, the back of the upper arm. Good. And like I said, do you have an alternative plan if you can't get on the cable machine? Because everybody loves the cable machine on a Tuesday evening. What else could you do? How could you do those machines differently? And remember, turning up is 95% of being there, of what we're doing. The detail, less so. We can figure out the detail as we progress. Turning up and sticking to your plan and doing what you said you'd do is so much where it's at, and what leads to a fitter, confident you who's growing, who's stronger, on the path and loving it and making time for himself continually. You could buy yourself some new clothes. Get down TK Maxx. They've always got bargains in the fitness aisle. Some fitness workout clothes can feel like armor. You're dressed like because walking into a gym can feel very exposing, but new clothes where you feel comfortable in them can really change things. Obviously, you could work with a PT or just have an induction or go with a friend. But all of these things just take the sting out of it, take a little bit of the stress out of it, and allow us to relax. And once we're relaxed, we let our shoulders drop, we can just get on with it. And we realize it's just a room with some people and equipment. That's it. And I know we infer things from previous experiences, from school, from growing up, whatever, from just the understanding that sometimes a masculinized space feels like it's going to be more threatening because of homophobia, biphobia, transphobia, misogyny, all of these. But gyms are getting better. Workout spaces are getting better and more welcoming. Hey, Donald, welcome along. Talking about what to do before to build your gymfidence. And I was just saying, so your gym anxiety is often just a lack of experience, which actually can be turned around pretty darn quickly with friends, with support, with knowledge, with a good playlist, with new clothing, for example, armor, and also knowing what you're doing when you're there. Really important. Okay. Now, sip of water, very hot. Hang on. By the way, thanks again for all being here. You're the best. The during set. So I'm part of the workouts. I'm going to give you some info that some people here might find basic, but there's no harm going over the basics. So the number of sets and reps. Sets and reps are how you break down and decide how much of each exercise you're going to do. A set is a set of repetitions, and reps is short for repetitions. So if something says 3 sets of 10, you're doing, and let's say it's chest press machine, you're doing 10 reps on the chest press machine, resting, another 10 reps, resting, another 10 reps, resting. Good. So here's something new that I've been like, I don't think I've said this before, but because I do it and maybe I didn't pass it on. Yes, use your phone when you're at the gym. We all get distracted and we sometimes need entertainment. But in those 3 sets of 10, don't use your phone. It's okay to just sit there and just be in your body. Like, don't look at Instagram. Don't do things when you're in between the first and the third set. I want you to be more intentional with your workouts. I want you to feel where it's working. Know, like, okay, I'm going to sign myself up for it. Yes, when you change exercises, obviously check if you need to, like, if you're using a workout app to check what you're doing, go into it. Obviously, if you need to reply to other people, that's cool. But the more you can focus on you and not the outside world, the more successful every workout's going to be, the more you'll get from every single rep. You will feel the workouts, I promise. This is just a funny thing that I sometimes see, but a great quote someone I heard years and years and years ago was, when you hold the weights, squeeze them like they owe you money. A funny one, that, Ryan. I'm just going to come on to rest periods in just a second. Squeeze the weights like you hold them money, like they owe you money. Because I often see people lift, and imagine my arm straight at the top of a lift. They sort of ungrip and they release it. And that loses tension in the arm, the muscles that are working. You will get more from every rep if you grip those weights and squeeze them hard like they owe you money all through your set. So, do that. How do we... rest periods. So, how... some people, certainly when they start, see it as a badge of honor to not need rest periods. The problem with that is you're not working hard enough in your sets. The point of being there is to work our bodies, is to give our bodies something it hasn't done before, because then it has to grow back bigger, fitter, stronger, more capable. So needing a rest period is great. 1 minute is a rule. It works as a rule of thumb between the sets, and when you change exercises, 2 or 3 minutes to get in place. That's fine. Equally, more than 1 minute is fine, but obviously most gyms have a counting clock or a home, and you can just use... Barbara, I hope you're transcribing this. Hey, Jerome. Welcome to the free training talking about workouts that work. So 1 minute is a good rule of thumb for a rest between sets. 90 seconds. But the thing is, as you get into workouts a bit more and play around with them, sometimes you'll do things where you need 3 minutes between sets, or even a little more. Like if you're going super heavy and doing 2 or 3 reps, because even though it's only 2 or 3 reps, you have really pushed yourself and you're at like the upper limit of what you can do in that move. You need that time to recover, and that's okay. Obviously, that's always not conducive to wanting to get a quick workout done. And if that's the case, do a classic 3 sets of 10. You're never going to go wrong, because that's a great strength and size builder. So easy to follow. 3 sets of 10 on everything. 6 different exercises. Bosh, get out in 35 minutes. You're great. So rest periods are important and needed. The thing is, if you went through your workout without, or with very short rest periods, that would be okay, but it would just develop you and grow you in a different way. It would boost your fitness, your conditioning, your cardio ability, because you'd be working all the time, but you'd have to use a lot lighter weight, so you wouldn't grow as strong, build as much muscle doing it that way. And there's no judgment there. Just figure out what you want to get out of it. And for my money, building muscle is the most important thing. And here's why. I'm going to tell you. Muscle, of all the different tissues in our body, muscle, fat, bone, hair, it's not really in our body, but, organs. Hey, Andrew, hey, David, of all the different tissues, muscle takes 3 times as many calories to support as anything else. So, and this is the best analogy I can give you, imagine twins, the Van Tulleken brothers. Same age, same height. Let's say they're the same weight, overall weight, but one of them, let's say, I don't know, Zan, works out and has lifted weights for a year and built a higher percentage of muscle mass. That means if they were both just asleep, side by side, don't get any weird, creepy ideas, they're both just asleep for the day, Zan would burn more calories because his body is working harder to support the extra muscle he has in his body. So that is why building muscle is so important. Obviously, it literally makes you stronger. It helps manage your blood sugar better, blood fats, all of these different things. Building muscle is the most important thing you can do. Being stronger just makes life easier as well. And it's so, like, it just feels good to know that we're making progress, to build that strength, to make that progress. So building muscle is important because it'll increase your overall daily calorie requirements. Good. But again, nothing wrong with doing cardio stuff, and a bit of cardio like some intentional walks or runs or whatever you do, or classes, great, do them as well. But they won't build the strength and the muscle like lifting weights can. Okay, just quickly, what time is it? 22. Great, doing well. 5 ways to make progress. 1, increase the weights that you're lifting. Fairly obvious. You don't have to increase it every time, and our brains say, well, it's a linear thing. We do the workout, we should be able to lift, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't work like that, as anyone who's been even a few times will know. Hey, Kenneth? But if you're always trying to lift a bit heavier, and again, not massive jumps, 1 kilo, 2 kilo increments. Don't be silly with that. If you're, as I said earlier, if you're near the top of your range of what you can lift, adding another 5 kilos is such a huge percentage that it won't work. Small increments that you can do, and therefore more satisfying, but it's still more than you've given your body. And that's what we want, for it to respond by growing bigger, stronger, more confident, more capable. All of those. So increase the weights, increase the sets. You can do more sets. You can do more reps within the sets. You can change the tempo. So that's the speed you're moving the weight. And up to a point, you can slow it down, keeping the muscle fibers under tension. And that focuses more on strength than size. And a good workout plan over a few months will incorporate some of those elements so your body can respond and grow in different ways. And then you can change the exercises. So you might think, oh, all bicep curls looks the same. No. So that one there, regular bicep curl, turn it in, hammer curl, works your bicep muscles in a different way. So even those, like a small thing like that, can make a difference to how your body responds. Is that everything? 2 more things, 2 more just tips, overall tips. Oh no, I've done that one already. Focus during you're doing your sets, and have fun in between them, or not at all. Hey Jamie, and then we're going to talk about comparisonitis and the curse of that later on this week. But just, if there's someone else in the gym that's unsettling you for some reason, or anywhere, out and about, at work, maybe not work in this exact example, but if there's someone there that you're comparing yourself to unfavorably, there is one thing and one thing alone that you can know about them. So, and that is that they're there working out right now. That's it. You can't, all these other things about, oh, they're so happy or successful, they're doing so much better than me, all these things. No, all you know is that they work out. We'll discuss this, as I said, more this week. Hey, Colin. So, covered a lot there. First of all, any questions? I think Ryan did see a question. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Oh, bugger. It just all moved around. Oh, no, you did. I answered it, didn't it? It was another question. Yeah, Ryan, that was great. 30 to 90. 30 is maybe a little short, depending, but 90 seconds is great. Shall I tell you about the freebie now? Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to sip of water because it's really hot in here. I'm going to take the captain's hat off because hot. So if you've got any questions, pop them in. I'm giving everyone here 2 weeks free access to my app with brilliant workouts preloaded in. Yes, and warm-ups. Yes, all covered. You're going to get an email after this. Brilliant. You're going to get an email after this with access to the Fitter Confident You workout app. If you've got it already, because you're a client, I would stick with the workouts you've got. You can have like the new workouts, but keep on with what you're doing. However, everyone else who's new, lovely to have you along. I'm going to send you an email with access to it, and you've got 2 weeks free access to it. It's brilliant because there are videos of me showing you how to do it. Do the workouts. It tracks your progress. There's a video on how to warm up. There is, you can message me, any questions there as well. It's brilliant. It's such a brilliant app. Like I said, tracks your progress, everything there. Oh, James, good rain on me. Wow. Are you only just hearing that? Or is that... Alan, here we go. Good question. Sometimes, something I've often wondered, does it matter what order you do exercises in? E.g., bit of equipment is busy, doing a different one, going back to it later. Grand scheme of things, absolutely not. The one thing is, I generally prefer to do my big moves at the start of a workout. So by that, I mean compound exercises, which use more than one muscle group and joint. So, like a squat uses your legs, your hamstrings, your bum. That's a big move. A chest press, your chest, your shoulders a bit, your core, your triceps, you're pushing. I prefer to generally to get those done and then end with things like bicep curls and core, which is smaller things at the end. Because for the bigger things, you want to be able to go bigger on them, so saving your energy for them. However, Alan, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, turning up and doing the exercises, that's where it's at, because you're doing them as opposed to being at home not doing them. Don't let not being able to do it in the right order, there isn't a right order, put you off. Fab. Good. This is brilliant. We've got through it in time. I only spoke at 1,000 words a minute. Any more questions, either about the challenge, what we're doing, today's task, or working out stuff? Brilliant, Alan. Good stuff. Good. Hey, Brad, welcome along. You have just missed it, but this will be replayable in the group, and I'm going to email it out as well. Loads of useful things here, all about fitness. Remember to hydrate. Thank you, Ryan. I do. I drank a bit less water than I would have liked in Sicily, just because when you're out and about doing touristy things, you can't have a protein shaker of water on the go. But I've drank enough. Drank enough other fluids as well. But fine now. And blimey, if you get the chance, Palermo in Sicily was beautiful. Right, it doesn't look like any more questions. That is fine. So, next, what's going to happen next? I'm going to email you access to the app with the amazing... Oh, and I should have said, in the workouts, yes, there's warm-up videos. There's basically the same workout, but done 4 ways. There's 2 for home and 2 for the gym, but there's a beginner one for home, a beginner one for the gym, intermediate plus, I've called it, for the home, and intermediate plus for the gym. If you're a proper beginner just starting out, use the beginner workouts. I've dialed them down. They're all similar, but there's fewer sets. There's also slightly different exercises and reduced exercises. If you've been working out for a bit, I'd go for the intermediate. And whether you do it at home or the gym, you've got the options. Brilliant. Scott, here we go. General question for me. Leg day, I tend to end up with really super DOMS, pain in the thighs after 20 minutes or 2 or 3 big movements. How can that be avoided? That's very strange. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I just mean you're getting DOMS. DOMS literally DOMS stands for delayed onset muscle soreness. So you shouldn't get DOMS until the next day. Could it be cramp, for example, Scott? I think you are good at drinking water, but I've never really heard that before. 20 minutes and then you're in DOM. You've got DOMS. We need to talk more about that. I don't really have an answer. Thomas, thank you. That's very kind. How would you focus your workouts? Different parts of the body, and how long should you wait between types of exercise? So you do need rest days. Remember, exercise and working out is when we break ourselves down. Rest days are when our body builds us back up. So take your rest days. Like a day off in between is useful. Is good. However, you can structure your workouts so that you can go every day in a row if you need to because of work, for example. So I would... what were we saying? Oh yeah, sorry, Thomas. So you can split it. There are loads of different ways you can split it up. You could do, say if it was 4 days, you could do chest, back, legs, shoulders, or you can do push, pull, legs, and all over, or you could do all over every single day, and that gives you a chance that you haven't hit things too hard. Gives them it's quicker to recover from them. But I always say experiment and find out what works best for you. Home workouts. Are there any suggestions in your app, or is it more gym-based? No, Dan, you've got both options. So the home workouts and there's gym workouts, and it's the same workout, just adapted for home. For home, Owen to David, for home, you just need a pair of weights. Brad, also, the thingies are being really annoying. Brad, I went to the gym for the first time today, and after I felt terribly sick, I wanted to vomit. Your head hurts. Oh, blimey. What should I do to prevent this? So help me with this. No, Brad, that doesn't just happen. I guess if you went super hard really quickly, you might feel sick, but the whole pain in your head, I genuinely would, and also I can't give medical advice other than speak to a doctor about that. Someone who can find out basically what's going on. But yeah, sorry, that's not ideal. Although actually, as Stephen said to Scott, and maybe to you as well, Brad, had you drunk enough water? Like, had you eaten enough? Did you have energy to work out? And had you drunk enough water? Those often are things that solve those sort of problems. Okay, good. Well done. Loving this. So yes, the next step, 6:30 a.m. you'll get task 2 email from me. Look out for that. And then there'll be a thread immediately in the Facebook group. But take your time with it. You don't have to reply immediately of the challenge. And it's a 2-parter. You'll see what I mean when I get it. So just reply in the thread when you're ready. And then 7 p.m. tomorrow, I'll be back here with another training more about nutrition, which is fun. And another freebie. And you also get the email with access to the workout, my brilliant workout app for 2 whole weeks. Oh, hold on, 2 more. Martin, is it possible to build strength while in a calorie deficit? Depends on how much you have to lose. Because a calorie deficit, if you're in a starting position where you've got more to lose, even though you're in a deficit, your body still has excess calories. So in that way, you can build strength and some muscle as well. As you reduce it does, as your body overall, like how many calories you have stored and how many you're eating reduces. It is harder, but it's not impossible. And focusing on a calorie deficit, but with a high protein, 120 plus grams a day, you can still build strength. So yes. How can you determine a good PT from a not good one? I have had a few of these and never 100% sure how to tell before I start working with them if they are any good. If you're doing face-to-face, John, I would insist on a free session with them. Like, there's no need to commit without doing that. And if they don't give it to you, ask for another one. That's the only way. Good stuff, Brad. Drink more water. It could be floor work like goblets gods. Keep us posted. Wonderful. Okay, right, I'm going to go. Half an hour is definitely enough. Go and have lovely suppers or afternoon teas if you're in America, because you're behind us. I will see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. here. Look out for the 6:30 task, 6:30 a.m. email, and anything I can help with, let me know. Have an amazing, fit and confident evening. Thanks, Benedetto. You're the best, as are everyone else here.